This will be the largest group of assembled fans in the Western Hemisphere. That's why they need a big house. Welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. And the Spartans will kick it away to start us off. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Michigan Wolverines offense takes the field to start this game off. A state divided. They started playing. Trophy, the big wooden lumberjack back in the early 50s when Sparty joined the Big Ten.
And it's so nice to have you reach to have all those data from when you were in high school and when you were in college back in the 50s. And you know the records so well of these games, but it matters. And their comments fly week to week for these guys. Michigan, Michigan State, and it is intense and the hatred runs deep.
Can you just imagine Reese riding to school in his Ford Model T back in the day? How nice that would have been, just putting along, getting to school, making sure all his homework's done, just looking like the man on campus. I'll tell you, there's a lot of familiarity in this game. A lot of these high school players grew up playing with or against each other, so it just adds an extra layer to this rivalry.
And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Toss sweep right. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He caught it! And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet.
Receivers always have to be so careful around the sideline to not step out accidentally. So give that receiver credit. Nice job on the route to bring the ball in well on a tight route.
The Wolverines line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Snowed under by the defense. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Wolverines. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. So Michigan State's offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
They'll throw it on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Wants to throw on third down. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He'll call for the fair catch here. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Now, after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. The Wolverines often look at this rivalry as their birthright to win, and boy, did they put the hammer down in a blowout last year.
Yeah, and you heard a lot of hail to the victors, and you heard a lot about little brother, and a lot of shots throughout this last year about how Michigan is the program in the state. They are the brand, and Michigan State has heard that homer a ton.
And they got him for the sack. How about this Spartan defensive front making plays like the legendary Bubba Smith?
And if you're going to have a great defense in East Lansing, it's going to be up front. It's going to be those big boys dominating like Bubba Smith, like Jarrell Worthy, really eating up those blockers up front, making plays, stopping the physical ground game.
He makes the connection. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator. It's a lot of DCs. They focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on third down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more third down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very pleasant film session.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Quarterback checking off. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Trudovsky. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to move it through the air. Intercepted. Got some room to run. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Carrying the ball with attitude down to the 42. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Ball at the 38, the defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. It would have been a 55-yard field goal from here, so they'll leave the offense out there and try to convert 4th and short. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the first down. The Spartans are moving quickly down the field. Going up top on first down. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Turning to the running game on first and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Spartans.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Fast motion from the offense. He's looking for an open man on second down. Got his man on the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful a reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
Fires to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Zings it complete to the right. On the move at the 30. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment.
Boys, you got this.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Working that left side now. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Now after the short completion, it's second down. He'll just keep slinging it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The completion well past the sticks. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. The Wolverines have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Five wide receivers on second and goal. That's room for the quarterback to run and a lot of receivers for the defense to contend. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Michigan!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
And the Wolverines will kick it off to start the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And the Spartans moving quickly to the line. The Spartans very efficient with this passing game.
You like that, Reese? You like that? I think so. This is an offense that, listen, when you've got a guy back there that can be efficient. Make no mistake, they're going to run the football, but when you get that Kirk Cousins, guys, you start to really like the offense.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33. Paul Bunyan, a huge part of trophies in the Big Ten. He's got an axe. He's got this trophy for the Spartans and the Wolverines. Where do you guys rank this trophy?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's so many trophy games, I feel like, in the Big Ten, David. This game, obviously, it always has Big Ten implications, national championship implications. I will be honest, Paul Bunyan trophy gives me the heebie-jeebies a bit, though.
You don't like it, it just kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies. I hear you, but how about Reese throwing a ranking on us? Rank the trophies? Reese, what are we doing here? We're not ranking trophies. Huge rivalry game, a lot of emotions. We're not talking about ranking trophies.
Comes out throwing on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
When you have scrambling quarterbacks, you got to have a spot. You got to have somebody in the middle of the field. Everybody's playing coverage, but that guy's job is to focus on the quarterback and make sure he doesn't scramble and make big plays like this with his feet.
Makes his connection. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And here comes the offense on second down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field.
Touchdown, Wolverines! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Alabama opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's house and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice.
Wants to throw on first down.
It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing second and long from the 19. He'll pull it down. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Jocelyn. Off he goes. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Third down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. Looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. Field goal is good. Hold on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see what's up with that. You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty's going to give the offense a first down. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Smarty.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the fourth quarter. Well, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Line gets set, first down. Quarterback checking the play. He's going to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Trudovsky. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route. And then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
to the air on first down. He'll pull it down and run. Still running at the 40. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's bounced out of bounds, but not before a very productive gain.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here.
Touchdown, Michigan! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He finds his man.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's going to take off. Nifty little scamper on this one, enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The Spartans line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why...
Oh, look out! Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Wolverines! They forget the kick. He's going to throw it. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. The Wolverines have a nice little cushion in that Paul Bunyan trophy almost within their grasp.
Sparty can't quit, though. This game means too much. In the rivalry, in the conference play, in recruiting, Sparty now has to dig deep, and they've got to fight back. Just takes one play, David.
Yeah, and these guys are a bunch of underdog guys, right? These guys are the ones that are talked about in this rivalry as inferior to Michigan all the time. You got a chance to...
And the pressure gets to the quarterback. Down he goes, but that penalty marker sitting right at the line of scrimmage might be offsides against the defense.
And you got to... thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Timeout called here by the defense is the first one they've used this half. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack at 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Normally, I would say 4th and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the 4th quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Finds his man enough for the first. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Feeling some heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. He's looking to throw. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires to the right. Got his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Pocket starts to collapse. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He's got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Great job by the defense ending this ball game. Don't give them any life. Great job forcing the fumble. You already got the lead. You take the ball back with a little bit of time. Nail meet coffin.
Trying to beat the D deep. Touchdown, Michigan! And the pummeling has started. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are. The kicker's on the run. Runs through the tackle. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Coming after it. He'll try to do it himself.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd down, going up top. Shoots it to the left. Complete downfield. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him a little too much.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Dances away from the heat. They make the stop and the clock strikes 0, and